outside of the game, right? You guys have already experienced it before, early access, the PFPs and all that type of stuff. So I personally believe that will continue. That was always the goal, right? Whether we're hyped or not hyped, I don't care. That was the commitment to it. So we still want to do that, and I think that's still one of the main use cases of NFTs. It's proof that you were one of the OGs, or you spent money to own one of the OG ones. So I think it should come along with some perks, some benefits, some cool stuff. Oh, Jan, yes. So that's what you guys mean by Pega swap. Yeah, so there will be like a new design, right? And then with the future game design, the game needs to make money. So we need to make it easier for the game to function and more options for you guys. So yes, there will definitely be some potential skins, like event skins, and hopefully some like IP skins as well, IP style skins, like collab skins. So hopefully that'll happen in the future. But that's being worked on slowly for a little while now, and that's ramping up. I'm not sure if the model swap, like there's two different things. There's like Pega swap and model swap. I'm not too sure when it will happen. It may be in this first version, but I don't want to guarantee it. So, but in V2 definitely it will happen. The Pegas will look different. I think they look amazing, but I also thought the first ones looked cool, and everyone said they looked stupid initially, and then people warmed up to them. So I'm going to go ahead and assume that people are going to hate the first ones, the new ones as well, for a while. New gameplay lore from Sophia. We want to put the lore like in the app. So eventually I think that will come, yes, but not the way that we had it before. But I definitely want that 100%. Are we going to pursue the rider NFTs on the roadmap? I think that's an option for the future, for sure. We just want to make sure that we do the foundation of like a free-to-play game design right first. So that takes a long time. Game design documents take a very, very long time to produce. So, yeah. I don't want to say yes or no, but I think so. Yeah, Pursues, yeah. How about minting random Pega skills? So the skills and like abilities and stuff like that you'll understand them more in the future. How do we plan to work alongside like Batman and others? So I speak to Patrick a fair bit just on a personal level. Anyway, great guy, and some of the OG guilds like Ben from RDG as well have just made friends with them always. But we're not. They've of course provided liquidity, and when the transition happens, any new incentives. So that's a tough one because that makes it a little bit complex for like game design. So that won't be at the start, I don't think. I don't think we should promise anything because I don't know initially what will happen when we release the game, what people will like. So yeah, the easiest way to put that is that no short-term promises on how that'll happen, but I'm sure there will be something that they think of, potentially an event or exclusive items or something like that for sure. Thank you, boss. I appreciate that, Moy Gaming. Yes, I can't get in Discord, so this is the best route, and I just wanted to be here and answer all the questions, the hate or the positive, whatever it was going to be. I assumed the former, and there was definitely a lot of it. I guess they've left or something, so that's all right. But yes, there's been some amazing questions, and I think the team will get a lot from it as well because the team is watching. Will the stats of Pegas have an equivalent skill on the new gameplay like Axie Origin with Axie parts? I haven't played Axie Origin with their new updates, but I think some things will be adopted and like grandfathered in is what they would call it. So they'll be grandfathered in. Yep. I think breeding is not available, Gammon. I think only the ones that you mentioned, the marketplace. So I think we had stopped the breeding. Maybe one of the admins they can or Sai can confirm that, but I believe breeding has stopped. Just the marketplace is available mostly. Or celebration Pega. So yes, you mean like a special Pega, like number 1000 or whatever it was, or an event Pega for sure. I think there is plans to do something with them. Yeah. I don't answer 99% of what? I think I'm up to date. I didn't. What did I miss? I don't think I missed any recently. Did we leak Ben from RDG that you are shutting down so they could pull liquidity? No, I had our team messaging me freaking out because you guys were freaking out. Yeah, so I had no idea. No one knew. Of course, I had just been speaking to the lawyers. And Clay had just been announced that he was leaving, and all of this stuff was happening. Definitely, the last time I don't actually remember the last time I spoke to Ben. It might have been in person, if I'm honest with you, and that was months ago. So, unfortunately, no one gets any insider info. What are your plans on guilds in the future? Are there any specific events for them when staking? So guilds is an interesting one. My vision is that everything with guilds was in-house, similar to like Clash of Clans or whatever, where you can get together and really work towards something, like put in effort to just fight together, build an actual guild, a clan. So that'll take some time to build the game design around that, right? But what we have now, how it's external to the game, is not really the vibe that I like so much. So it was cool, definitely cool, but I would like to produce them internally inside the game, inside the mobile app. So basically nothing can be transferred just from web to the mobile app, right? We have to build the entire mobile app from scratch. Yeah. Too long in read of what's happening and what's about to happen. So in short, how do I summarize this? Basically, you already know, I've just been answering questions. We sunset the 2D and 3D web version, and over the next 3 months we will have a sprint where it's 100% of the Pegasus resources on building the mobile skill-based one, and then we hope to ship to some degree an alpha in 3 months, but there is New Year's holidays for Asia, so there will be 56 total working days that they're able to develop it, and that's about it. Just watch the YouTube replay, because I answered a lot of questions. I can't go over all of them. Yeah, this will be on YouTube, guys, so don't worry. Do we still have breeding and fusing in the new game? I would say breeding, I'm unsure. Fusing is a common game design theme, so likely fusing. You see fusing in like Arch Hero and Survivor.io. A lot of games. Fusing and breeding are related in our game, but not so much in other games. Fusing is more than likely going to exist. Breeding, that I'm not sure. Is there anything that's going to differentiate V1 Pegas and V2 Pegas? Good question. I think that will make more sense in the future, so don't worry too much about that one. It'll be very obvious, yeah. Like, they're the same thing, essentially. Yeah, so will there be an update on what to expect in the new gameplay? What aspects will change in the current elements that won't be there? Like you said, possible scholarships won't be there. Will there be a number of Pegas? We currently hold matter. So we will try to release this as, like, we don't want to build game design outright, and then, so you build like an overarching game design, and then you build each pathway of the game designs and each area of the game designs and game features, right? And when you design one part of it, design, I don't mean build, design, I mean write out what it is. It may affect another part, and that other part may need to change. So we don't want to announce that too early until everything that affects the other part is clear. Hopefully that, I think I wasn't very clear then, but hopefully that explains it. So not until, like, we're confident in it will we announce it and give you an update on the features. It's likely that you'll play the alpha with basically no features, just the racing. The marketplace will still exist and stuff like that. It might just need a couple updates. But like what you have now with the renting and the fusing and the breeding and what else? Just really anything similar. Oh, sorry, I went blurry. Anything like that, I would say don't expect in the first version of the player controlled, because they're working on like the physics of the gameplay, and we need you guys to test it to tell us what is bad. Yeah. JFK, I'm not too sure. RDG is like, it's like different to normal guilds. They're like, I think RDG, you mean Ben. We should definitely ask Ben, because I have literally no idea. I don't even know if that's true. I just saw they said one that they didn't. So I'm not too sure if Cory's gone to Ben. I'm not too sure if you're talking about someone else. But definitely ask Ben. Feel free to ask Ben. I believe he's an open book. I haven't asked him. Irregularities with this game. Everything's on chain, boss. I mean, there's no benefits. No one's even buying Pega, so why would they sell it? Viz doesn't have a valuation like it did before, barely any value. So what? They don't get any benefits from doing this, right? I'm sure they made many benefits previously. They were in before the game even launched, so I'm sure they won't be chasing anything here. They just provided you Ben's wallet, so feel free to check it. It's all on chain. I'm not sure why they would sell. No one's buying. Renting system and guilds as holders of assets and scholars will have space in the new game. Yeah, that's what I'm not sure about, right? So we'll find out eventually. But I don't want to give any confirmations. Do we plan a token buyback? Not directly from us with the company. I have, for some reason, I'm not sure why, we've had quite a couple people message us. They want to buy Viz in bulk, but they don't want to buy off the market. So they're asking me if we can ask large holders to purchase it. Everyone says they don't want to sell. So people want to buy, but they don't want to buy off the market because it will move it so much. I think they want to buy a lot. So I think they would slowly buy over time, but we're not going to do any sales, any buybacks. Sorry. So Mirror Labs will be like Gala Games. That's a collection of mini games, and Pegasus will be one of the games, right? Gala Games is I don't know exactly. I think they're like a publisher and a developer, right? I think they're mostly a publisher, but we're just like a game studio who produces it. We're not so much a publisher. We may have like a publishing platform, but we just develop the games, right? So the games are like casual to mid-core games. Casual games usually have a 1 to 2 year lifespan or a shelf life, and then mid-core is probably 2 to 3 years if they're popular. That's generally what will happen with most of our games. We hope that they will last much longer, but that just historically is the data. So they're the games that we're approaching. We're not approaching hardcore games. What's a good example of a hardcore game? Like Call of Duty, I guess, is a hardcore game where you play a lot, every single day, hours and hours and hours, and you just keep playing forever. They're not the type of games that we're building, no. Why do I have a red mark, exclamation mark on my key address? I'm not sure what that means. Jan, so your suggestion, why not make Viz like a permanent in-game coin instead? You mean like off-chain, right? Like an in-game currency, like used for upgrades and assets in-game, no selling, just leave PGX in Web3. What do you think about this? It's the same as Archer and other mobile games. So they're called like soft and hard currencies. Most game designs will be around that type of thing, and you can see that's sort of the direction we were going, but you can't just make Viz disappear. There's such a large supply and stuff like that, so we of course need to integrate it somehow. But yeah, it can't just be like a completely off-chain token, because people will always have it in their wallet, so we always have to maybe allow them to import it and make it off-chain and then make it disappear or whatever it is, yeah. I didn't compare us to Gala, JFK. You tripping. What would happen if with people with hundreds of assets and guilds? Renting is not available in a new game. So that's something for the game designers, right? That's something that they absolutely are considering, because a lot of that exists, a lot that we built wide in V1, and in V2 potentially you'll be vertically. So there needs to be a solution to something like that, but I don't have it on the top of my head here, and it will likely change. Shout out to Cryptomaniacs Guild. Shout out to you guys. Cryptomaniacs. Very familiar. Were you guys at the Manila event when we had the in-person event? I swear I met you guys. And I have you on socials, I believe. Maybe on Twitter? Someone from Cryptomania, and Facebook, possibly? I swear I've seen it a lot, the logo. Since we mentioned Sunflower Game not doing scholarship thing in the future, is that the path we will take in the future? Oh, sorry. Sunflower not doing scholarship thing, is that the route that we will take in the future? Yes. Of course, definitely. We mentioned that quite a while ago. They did tell me that you were at Silo. I see. Alright. Oh, and Pega in Manila. Okay. You OGs. Fully committed. I'm excited for the next one. Alright, sorry. I think I missed one from you, Jan. Will there be any use for Themis in 3 months that we're going to experience, or can we use that to suggest some things in V2? So Themis will still exist. Themis is still the same thing. It won't change with Pega changing, right? It's just the suggestion and opinion platform that people are allowed to vote and give their own comments. It's designed for token holders of PGX, so no change on Themis, for sure. A panel of department heads for specifics. The issue with this, guys, is that they're not confident in English. If I bring them on here, it's going to be very, very difficult to communicate. So that's what we're trying to think of a solution at the moment. Of course, we can have a translator, but that's usually not the most effective route, and it would be a very, very long time. So we're thinking of written. You guys can ask questions, and we can have a written Q&A, and it can be in a document. So would love to hear your suggestions, for sure. Oh, I see. Mr. Gammon, I have you on Facebook, of course. Could you explain one or two options? Do you remember talking? Pretty big stables. What possible solutions are out there without renting? So, I mean, this isn't one I've discussed directly with them, right? Because this is not something that will be in the alpha version that we'll release in 3 months. This is not something that would be built and shipped into that early version. This is something that would be adopted in a later version in the coming months after that. But for example, what I could see is that some specific type of Pegas you're able to nominate, and then other Pegas, if you wanted to, you can trade them in for something that benefits your overall account or something like that. But that's just off the top of my head. That may be completely wrong. But that's not going to be something that happens in this first alpha version. That's going to take a lot of time to think through. And if you have suggestions, chuck them on Themis, for sure. Carla is always there on Themis and is always sending stuff. My wallet has a red exclamation mark. What does it mean? Maybe, Day, do you know about, the red question mark? I mean, exclamation mark next to the wallet? I'm not sure. Do you guys have plans on the banned assets to make sure they couldn't access Pega swap? Yes, they're on chain. So we have that. No problem. Yes, so loan EXO, I think Casey, has just answered that one for you. So we're going to do lots of events. We're not disappearing, right? It's already, you can't play right now, and I'm here. And the team is going to be there 24/7 like they've been since day one. No problem. Yeah, Tarantino, yes, there will be the roadmap releasing soon. I mentioned that earlier on. I probably should have mentioned that again. So they'll release a tentative roadmap very, very soon, so that you guys will have an idea of what, I guess, the vision is and what we want to produce, and I guess when things may come out. Again, please take it with the understanding that it may come with some changes. What, a Viz burning event where you can get merch with Viz? I mean, it's possible, for sure, something like that. We just have to get the merch done. We'll leave that to the design team and and Matt for that one. When I mentioned make our accounts better, maybe that's what I mentioned earlier. Like your what I meant by how you use your accounts and stuff like that. So it's going to be more natural for new players. What we need to consider is that in the future we're going to be focusing on bringing in new players, right? So we need to make a user experience that is natural, and that means that the accounts, how the accounts work and all that type of stuff, needs to be different. Needs to be what you would experience in a normal game, but also have blockchain involved. So importing wallets, how transactions happen, when transactions happen. Do I know I have a wallet if I'm a new player? Do I need to import a wallet? Do I log in with a username and password? Do I log in with an email or my socials? All of that stuff needs to exist, and that's what we've been working on. So we've got, beyond the games, we've got 2 products that on the back end that we've built, which we believe are pretty amazing, and we're going to ship them into the games because we believe they provide a very, very big solution to the user experience friction. Verified guild fam, let's go. 5 a.m. in LA. Yeah, I appreciate it. Tekadu, please rest up. Please do rest up. Thank you for joining us. Thank you guys for the support. That's very kind of you. There we go. Monsieur. Straight up with the answer. Beastly. You're hired. Thank you, Jan. I appreciate that. Oh, Tekadu does videos, huh? I want to see him. Let's go. New video. Happy days. Pippin, you should go to Discord and ask Dave, but just above there was the answer as well. It may be related to inactivity you haven't raised in the last 30 days. Rewards incentive for new players would be nice. That will come in time, yeah, for sure. There's so much stuff to consider, right? And we want to be attractive to new players. I know you guys want new players. You want this comment section to be way busier, way more active, more people asking questions, less negativity. But that means coming from building a solid foundation. And we want to do that from all the things that we've learned in the past. You want Pegas? What does that mean? Maybe I'm confused. It's 1,000 Pegas? Terra? The accounts are not going to be shareable, or using your own account will be the only option. You mean Pega are not shareable? I'm not sure what you mean by that one. But I mean, yeah, I'm not sure. I'm honestly not sure what you mean. I apologize. But generally, accounts shouldn't be shareable. Fingers crossed. We try our best. And when things are going off-chain, it's easier to detect. Yes, sir. Will there be chat on V2 of Pegasus game? Trash talk on... We should have proximity chat, right? Like lobby chat. That would be amazing. But definitely not in our... Don't... See, I say this stuff and then the expectations become so high. I would love to just go in there and trash talk with you guys. As soon as I hop in there, I know I'll get severely abused. Severely abused, but it's okay. It's part of the fun, right? Let's go. You join a lobby and you see someone, yeah, one of your friends. Let's go. Trash talk while racing. You get next to the guy, you start talking trash to him, you hit him with your power up. Amazing. One day, we got to get there. I think that's quite difficult, but hopefully we can make it happen. Thank you, Lonex. Appreciate that. After the Valentine's event. You guys forever hate me for the Valentine's event. My Valentine's with my wife is now scarred. Never forget. Yeah, proximity chat like God. Never forget. Yeah, emotes. Would love to make emotes. Be so cute. Okay. Only person in Pegasus who doesn't know Terra Pega. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Maybe I'm just out of sync with the name. Valentine's will never be the same. Alright, if you guys have any more questions, please chuck them in, because I got to upload this recording. It's been bloody almost 2 hours. Thank you for spending it with me, though. But any more questions or ideas, please drop them in the comments so I can cover them. And then I will probably hop off. Actually, I just realized I have this. Oh, I don't have it. What happened? Where is it? Alright, doesn't work. So, don't worry, it wasn't a leak. It just doesn't work. Give me 2 seconds, just gonna turn on the aircon. 1 second.
Yan may nagano sa Pilipinas. Ha? Nagano sa Pilipinas. May kaunting ang tinuturuan. Mga stock tayo Pinay. Mga stock na yung mga Pilipino.
I feel like a streamer. Alright, what do we got here? What's the plan for Crown Pegas and Valentine's Pegas? I think they will still retain what they are called and all that type of stuff. The benefits and the perks and what they do in game and what it looks like is definitely going to change. Oh, I see, Mr. Messi. So, if you have 10 Pegas and you can't play them, will I be able to give access to another person? So that's like, because renting doesn't exist, right? So, I think the assumption there was that the game design will be the same, to where it will go wide, where you have a lot of Pega. That may not be the case. So, I guess we'll find out eventually. Not in the initial alpha release or anything like that, a little bit later on when we do like the adoption or the swap or whatever we want to call it. But how it works is probably a little bit different to what you're expecting, I would say. I don't have any leaks this time. I know if I just grab something from there, that would kill me. So I'm not going to give any leaks. Last time I gave some player controlled leaks as well with the stadiums and all that type of stuff, so you can go back and watch that video if you want to. It's all there, but no, I've got no leaks now, and we're on a mega sprint, so things will change very quickly in 3 months. Thank you, boss. Yeah, I appreciate the kind words. Yeah, we're changing the design to... Oh, when we say a simpler design, it's more so like the Pega designs that you have now. The Pega, they're super heavy and there's a lot of moving parts. Like the model itself was not optimized for games, so we're making an optimized one. It still looks fancy and cool and like a mecha Pega. So yeah, I mean the skins are like just easier to build and lighter for mobile. But yeah, I think what you have for Crown now may be different. Okay, let's wrap it up. I appreciate you guys really sticking around, and if you do have any more questions, shout out Baraton PH, the most active in Discord channel. Let's go. I love it. I have to get back into Discord, otherwise they will murder me when I land in the Philippines. So I will try and recover my account, guys. Yes, don't abuse me when I go back, or do whatever. I will try to get back there. Will they be able to put the logo on their Pega? Yeah, I think that would be awesome. So hopefully in the future, but definitely not early on. Yes, it's just the alpha that's going to be released, not including the black market, the quests, and all that type of stuff. No, do not expect all of the tools and the breeding and the fusing and all that stuff to be applied. This is what you'll be testing in the alpha, is the gameplay, like the literal gameplay. We're transitioning away from the tools and all of that type of stuff, right? So our focus is on the gameplay itself and producing that gameplay. So we're going to need you guys to test the gameplay. We'll develop the gameplay and then add the other stuff in as we're progressing along as well. Next Insider, I'm not too sure. I guess when the demand does come. We don't really have a schedule for the Insiders. Usually there's a build-up of either hate or love or curiosity or excitement, and they'll want me to do an Insider. So when you guys want to kill me next time, just message me and I'll be on here. Alright, thank you, Jan, for the amazing questions. Thank you guys for everything, really. I'm genuinely excited for these next 90 days. 90 days for you guys, only 56 days for us. But we're going to be working our butts off, and hopefully we're able to ship it on time. Again, it may not be everything that you expect. Please don't have your expectations to be some world-class, incredible game. This is going to be, I'm not sure, even an open alpha, but we're going to be able to ship something within that period of time, and that'll be the beginning of the new gameplay. And then we'll be on the way. So, again, thank you guys. Appreciate the 90-day fiance. But I appreciate the support. And if you have any questions, reach out to me on... If it's directly to me, try to reach out to me anywhere. It's totally fine. I'll try to get to you. Twitter, DMs, probably not. Discord, probably not until I get my account back. But yes. Alright. Thank you guys. Shout out Baraton. Ooh. PH Baraton. Alright. Thank you guys. Thank you. I appreciate you so much. Peace. Peace, peace, peace.
Peach Marathon. Sabi niya.
Oo. Swerte yung anak ni Kuwan.